Hey everybody, Matthew Morris, MM Studio. I'm here in the new shop in Atlanta, and I've been working on casing out these windows behind me. Now, the other week I got some blinds in that I ordered online, put them up, and they look great. I love the color, but I need to case out the windows to complete the entire look. So what I want to walk you through today is how I did this using materials I got from the big box store, some one-buys, some pre-made fluted material, and show you that process. So let's get to it. So once I figured out the dimensions I wanted for the length of the bottom piece, I took my one-by material, rough cut it, and brought that over to the table saw and cut those guys to length. And over at the bandsaw, I rough cut the length of the two fluted parts that are going to go on the sides. Now the first thing we need to work on is getting this piece set inside of our frame. Now I have this thing cut to length so that these fluted materials, and this is a cut off here, when they rest on it, there's about a quarter of an inch space to the left or to the right of it. And I just figured out what I wanted for my board length that would equal that math-wise every single time. Now, what we need to do here is draw in lines that are the width of the fluted material plus a quarter of an inch on either side. Now, once you do that, you want to come in with a square and take a measurement for the depth of your window sill here from the back to this point. Now, what you can't do, because my windows are curved here, is I can't come here and get a accurate reading because this is at an angle right here in conjunction with this piece here. So I need to take the reading from here, look at the edge of my wall straight down and see where that is, find that location and lock it in, and then transfer that to your line. And now what you want to do is come in with a bevel gauge and place it flush against the window, and then get the bevel so that it's lining up with the outside face over here. And then lock it down. Take your bevel gauge, line it up so it's right on your line, and transfer that angle. Do the same thing for the other side and transfer that angle. And then draw an X for where you're going to remove your waste. Over at the bandsaw, set your fence so that your blade is just on the other side of the line on the waste side. And then take the fence away and freehand cut your angles. When you finish at the bandsaw, come on over and test your fit. Once the piece fits, I head over to the router table, and with a fingernail bit, I use that to profile the very edge to give it a nice round over across the entire height of the piece. And of a block plane, I clean up that round over edge just a little bit. And while I'm here, I'll sand the end grain and round over the edges a little bit. And now it's time to put 2 coats of finish on the board. Wipe off any residue you may have. I shoot some brass through it to secure it to the window sill. And then at the table saw, I square up 2 ends of my fluted pieces. Then I bring each piece up to the actual window itself and mark exactly where to make my cut. And that's right where the piece would intersect the perpendicular plane of the drywall on the top part of the window. And then at the table saw, I cut them to length. And then put 2 coats of finish on your fluted pieces. Once the finish is dried, bring the fluted parts up to the window and shoot them in with some brad nails. And then I shoot in the decorative pieces I already pre-finished. I then take a measurement for the space in between the decorative pieces, rough cut another fluted piece, square up one end of the table saw, put the square end against one of the decorative pieces and draw a line for the length. Cut to my length, test my fit, and adjust if I need to. I apply 2 coats of finish to that part, bring the top piece up and shoot it in. And then at the table saw, I rip a strip 3/4 of an inch wide. I then set my miter gauge to 45 degrees and make a cut on each side. And then 2 coats of finish on these bottom parts. And then with some shorter brads, I take my lower piece up to the bottom, I align it so it's just close to the edge on both sides, about an equal amount, and I shoot some brads in. All right, well, here they are. Don't they look fantastic? I love the contrast between the white walls and the dark blinds and the dark wood. It's just a great way to enhance the shop, I think, not just mine, hopefully yours as well. So let me know what you thought about this project, maybe where you're going to use it in your shop, so leave those comments below. As always, please subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. If you're watching this on Facebook, hit the like button, share the timeline, and head over to the Wood Studio page and like us there as well. And as always, have a great week in your shop.